Hi, and welcome to Opm Now, where we inform you about the activities of the Prime Minister and your government. I'm Naomi Francis. This week on Opm Now, Prime Minister says JNSC has helped save vulnerable youth. Prime Minister Holness addresses Korea Summit. Local government minister sends strong warning to persons who breach the DRMA as beaches reopen. And we find out more about the plastic bottle separation project. These and more stories coming up right now. Prime Minister Andrew Holness says at some point the Jamaica National Service Corps, JNSC, may become mandatory. He was speaking at the certification ceremony at the Up Park camp over the weekend.
If we are to reduce the high levels of crime and violence in Jamaica, we must productively and positively engage our youth so that they do not become targets for recruitment by gangs or fall prone to other types of criminal activities. This long-term approach drove the creation of the JNSC program in 2017.
And Prime Minister Holness recently addressed the virtual international P4G summit hosted by the Republic of Korea. The summit is the leading global acceleration event for market-based partnerships in developing countries. The Prime Minister spoke on pioneering for green partnerships.
Jamaica calls on the international community to accelerate climate action and bridge SDG implementation gaps. We also call on the international community to ensure that there is equitable global access to COVID-19 vaccines, that financial resources for climate action be scaled up and access simplified.
The government recently launched the National Hurricane Campaign 2021 under the theme Hurricane Readiness in Trying Times. The local government minister, Desmond McKenzie, tells us more about it.
We have started to run promos on radios. There will be town hall meetings, community meetings. We are going to be using town criers right across the country, and we are going to be involving as many Jamaicans as we can. One of the features that we are using this year is the Youth Ambassador, which we unveiled at the launch. This is a young lady, 17 years old, from one of the leading high schools in Jamaica. And we are using young people because young people needs to know what the dangers are and need to know the roles that they can play in assisting the government and helping themselves to stay safe during the hurricane season.
And you can now soak up some sun, sea, and sand and beat the heat. The government has recrafted the DRMA orders. Beaches and rivers are now open. Minister McKenzie had this to say.
The country has been responsive. We have people who have been cooperating, and we are at a stage now where the government considers it important to relax some of the measures, and this is one of the measures that we have considered and have taken that position. But I want to make it abundantly clear. We are going to be monitoring the beaches, the rivers, and that monitoring have already started. So once we find any of these beaches and the rivers that are operating outside of the protocols that is there to protect them, then we are not going to be afraid to name them and to close them.
And finally, the plastic bottle separation project, which was launched in February of this year in St. James, is making strides. The regional operations manager at the Western Parks and Markets Waste Management Limited, Garnet Edmondson, gave us an update.
Been researching and seeing harm that plastic does to the environment, and we decide as a waste management company in the western side of the island that actually gets most of the tourism business to try our best to see how we can support the limited plastic separation program, and that's how the idea of Love of the Environment came about. I've seen a reduction in the amount of waste going to the landfill, and also we have seen less plastic in our stream, in our gullies. So just with a few communities like the Estuary, Mango Walk, Meadows of Irwin, West Village, that we are doing this program in, we have seen significant improvement.
And that's it for OPM Now. Please remember to follow the Prime Minister on all socials at Andrew Holness JM and on YouTube at Andrew Michael Holness /JM. And look out for OPM Now every Monday at 6 p.m. on all socials. Catch you next week. Stay safe.